It started with a laugh. Not a small laugh. Not a polite smile. But the kind of laugh that says, "This is a joke." On live television. In front of millions of viewers. A CNN anchor looked straight into the camera, shook her head slightly, and laughed after reading a story about a group of Filipino entrepreneurs who believed they could compete on the world stage with their tiny homegrown brand. That moment went viral for all the wrong reasons. Clips of the anchor laughing spread across the internet, and for a while, it seemed like people agreed with her. Many commented that these entrepreneurs were being too ambitious and that their dreams sounded impossible. But what no one expected was what happened next. Because instead of being discouraged, instead of shrinking back or apologizing for dreaming too big, those Filipino entrepreneurs took that moment, one single moment of public embarrassment, and turned it into the fuel that would make their business explode in a way no one saw coming. It became the spark behind one of the fastest-growing success stories ever to come out of the Philippines. Imagine being laughed at on international television. Would you still chase your dream? Would you still believe in yourself if people from all over the world mocked your ideas? Think about that for a second and drop your answer in the comment section. You never know who your words might inspire. The story began 2 years before the viral moment. A small team of young Filipino founders had been working out of a cramped apartment in Manila. No fancy equipment. No big investors. Just passion, long nights, and a shared belief that Filipino-made products could go global if given the chance. Their business was simple, eco-friendly lifestyle products made from local materials, handcrafted by small communities, and designed to show what Filipino creativity could do. Their dream was to take their products beyond the Philippines, but they hit wall after wall. Investors said the market was too small. Distributors said their brand identity didn't look international enough. Some even said that foreign audiences would never pay premium prices for something coming from a developing country. But they kept going. When CNN featured their story, the entrepreneurs thought it would be a turning point. They believed it would give them credibility, visibility, and maybe even attract customers. They never imagined the feature would turn into a joke. During the segment, the anchor read the part about the founder's goal to compete with major Western brands. She paused, raised her eyebrows, and let out that laugh. "Well, that's ambitious," she said, as if ambition from a Filipino entrepreneur was something strange. Many Filipinos watching felt the sting. It wasn't just a laugh at the entrepreneurs. It felt like a laugh at the country. Within hours, social media exploded. Some people laughed along with the anchor, claiming the founders were dreaming too big. But something powerful started happening too. People who understood the struggle of Filipino entrepreneurs, OFWs, small business owners, students, workers, dreamers, began defending them. Comments flooded in saying, "Why can't Filipinos dream big?" and "Success doesn't have a nationality." The entrepreneurs went silent for 2 days. Not because they were ashamed, but because they were planning their next move. Then they did something bold. They posted a simple video responding to the viral clip. No anger. No insults. Just calm, confident words. They laughed. "But we're still going." They told their story, the communities they supported, the challenges they faced, and why they wouldn't give up. And they ended the video with a question that shook everyone awake: if we don't believe in Filipino excellence, who will? People felt that deeply. Filipinos from all over the world started sharing the video. OFWs in Dubai posted it with pride. Nurses in Canada shared it on Facebook. Students in Manila stitched it on TikTok. And slowly, something unexpected began to happen. Orders started pouring in. At first it was small, 10 orders, 20 orders, 50 orders. But by the end of the week, they were receiving thousands of orders a day. Their website crashed multiple times because of the traffic. Payment systems froze. Even their suppliers got overwhelmed because they had never seen demand like this. The CNN laughter had accidentally turned into the greatest advertisement they never paid for. People weren't just buying the products. They were buying the message. They were supporting the idea that Filipino talent deserved respect. They wanted the world to see what Filipinos were capable of creating. Every order came with messages like, "I'm buying this because you stood up with courage," and "Filipinos deserve global recognition." By the end of the month, their sales skyrocketed by over 600%. Their tiny apartment office became too small. They expanded to a proper workspace. They hired more staff, mostly people from small communities who needed opportunities. News outlets who once ignored them suddenly wanted interviews. Investors who rejected them sent emails asking for meetings. But the entrepreneurs turned most of them down. They said, "We didn't grow because of investors. We grew because people believed." Isn't it interesting how sometimes the thing meant to embarrass you ends up becoming the thing that elevates you? Has something like that ever happened to you, where someone doubted you, but that doubt became your fuel? Share it in the comments section. Your story matters. The turning point came when the entrepreneurs were invited back to CNN. But this time, not as a joke. They were invited as a case study in viral growth and brand resilience. The same anchor who had laughed at them earlier apologized on air. She said she underestimated their vision and their courage. And in a surprising twist, the entrepreneurs thanked her. They said the moment of ridicule forced them to reflect, improve, and fight harder. That humility only made people love them more. Today, the brand is one of the fastest-growing eco-friendly lifestyle companies in Asia. Their products ship to over 40 countries. They partner with communities in Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, giving thousands of Filipinos sustainable income. Their story has inspired other small Filipino businesses to aim higher, because if one small team can rise from being laughed at on global television to dominating the world stage, why can't others? Before the video ends, think about this for a moment. How many dreams have died because someone laughed? How many ideas have been buried because someone said they were impossible? And how many lives could change if people learned to ignore the laughter and keep going? Drop your thoughts in the comments section. Someone reading your answer might find the courage they need today. If you're enjoying this story and want more inspiring, powerful content like this, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this with someone who needs motivation. Your small action can push these stories to more people who are fighting for their dreams. The truth is, every dream starts with someone saying, "That's impossible." Every breakthrough starts with someone refusing to listen to doubt. And every success story begins with someone brave enough to keep going, even when they are laughed at. So the next time someone underestimates you, remember the Filipino entrepreneurs who were mocked on live television but rose above it. Remember that their success didn't start with applause. It started with a laugh. But it ended with the world watching. And now it's your turn. What dream are you chasing that others think is too big? What goal do you have that people say is impossible? Share it in the comments. You never know who you might inspire.